Hi, welcome you all to Pebbles. In today's class, we are going to see Maths Class 6 Equivalent Fraction. See, two fractions are said to be equivalent if they represent the same quantity. Each proper or improper fraction has infinitely many equivalent fractions. I'll repeat, two fractions are said to be equivalent fraction if they represent the same quantity. If they represent the same quantity, each proper or improper fraction has infinitely many equivalent fraction. To find an equivalent fraction, that is, two fractions are said to be equivalent. They said the two fractions are said to be equivalent fraction if they represent the same quantity. They represent the same quantity means the same number, that is called the same quantity. Each proper or improper fraction has infinitely many equivalent fraction. So each proper fraction, even though an improper fraction, has infinitely many equivalent fraction, as given many equivalent fraction. To find an equivalent fraction of a given fraction, we multiply or divide both the numerator and the denominator of the given fraction by the same non-zero number. That means if you want to find out the equivalent fraction means whatever the fraction you have taken, maybe it is a proper fraction or improper fraction, whatever the fraction you have taken, you have to multiply the same number by the multiply by the same number both the denominator as well as the numerator. For example, I have given the question is 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 is a find 5 equivalent fraction. The question is 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 is a 2 is a what numerator and 3 is a denominator. So it is a what? 2 is less than 3, that means numerator 2 and denominator is 3. So numerator is what? Less than the denominator. So it is a proper fraction. So maybe it is a proper fraction or improper fraction. It's left up to your choice. You have taken what kind of a fraction may be. But that if you want to find out the equivalent fraction, that means what you're going to do, you have to multiply or divide the same number. Multiply or divide the same number, but that means the numerator as well as the denominator is going to multiply by the same number or divide the same number. You can get the equivalent fraction. I'll repeat, whatever the fraction may be, whether it is a proper fraction or improper fraction. For example, if you take and you have to find out, otherwise you have to convert into an equivalent fraction. So what you're going to do, you have to take the you have to multiply, that means you have to find out that particular number. That means why you are taking the particular number, that means you are going to multiply by the numerator as well as the denominator by the same number. Okay, so whatever the number you have taken for the multiplication or division, that number should be similar. That number should be similar and you should not change the number. So that number is going to multiply by the numerator as well as the denominator. Then you can find the equivalent fraction. That is the meaning of the question. And I told you already, the two fractions are said to be equivalent if they represent the same quantity. If they represent the same quantity, each proper or improper fraction has infinitely many equivalent fractions. So this is a proper, we have taken only one fraction, that is a proper fraction. So find equivalent fraction, we are going to find out. This is an example. So let's start the sum. The first one is 2 by 3. That is 2 by 3, 2 is a numerator and 3 is a denominator. So if you want to convert this proper fraction into equivalent fraction means, so the number, which number I have taken, that is 2. I have taken 2. So I am going to multiply by what? Multiply by the numerator as well as the denominator by the same number 2. So 2 into 2, 4 and 4, and next 3 into 2, that is numerator is 2. I am going to take the number is 2. So 2 into 2, 4, and denominator is 3, and also I am going to multiply by 2. So 4 by 6. So 2 into 2 and 3 into 2, you can get 4 by 6. So 2 into 2 you can get 4 divided by 4, that is 3 into 2 you can get 6. So 4 by 6 is a equivalent fraction. So look at this number 4 by 6. If you divide by what? Divided by 2, you can get the same number. 4 is divided by 2, you can get 2. And what? 6 is divided by 2, you can get 3. So 2 and 3 both are the equivalent fraction. So which number you have taken? You have taken the same number. That means 2 you have taken. You can use for the multiplication as well as for the division. You can choose any one of the method. Otherwise, you are using two method is not an issue. So I am using multiplication as well as the division. So 2 by 3, the equivalent fraction of 2 by 3 is nothing but 4 by 6. The same number 2 by 3 is going to multiply by 3. So I have taken the number as 3. So 3 is a number I have taken. So I am going to multiply by the numerator as well as the denominator. So this number is going to multiply by the what? Numerator, multiply by the both numerator as well as the denominator. So 2 by 3, I am going to multiply by 3. 2 into 3, I am going to get 6, and 3 into 3 you can get 9. Okay, 9. And 2 by 3, I am going to multiply by 4. And also 3 is going to multiply by 4. So 2 by 3. I am going to multiply by 4, and that means numerator is going to multiply by 4 and the denominator also going to multiply by 4. I can get 8 by 12. 2 into 4 I got 8, and 3 into 4 I can get, so I got 12. And 2 into 5, that means the same number is 5. The same, which number I have taken? 5. So numerator is going to multiply by 5 and denominator also going to multiply by 5. So 2 into 5 I can get 10, and 3 into 5 I can get what? 15. 15, otherwise I got 10 by 15. And because I've clearly mentioned 5 equivalent fractions. So 4 by 6 and 6 by 9 and 8 by 12 and 10 by 15. So how many equivalent fraction I have taken? 1 and 2 and 3, here 4. So again 2 by 3 is going to multiply by 6. The 6 I have taken. So I am going to multiply by 6 by the numerator as well as the denominator. Numerator is 2 and denominator is 3. So 2 is going to multiply by 6, and 3 is also going to multiply by 6. I can get what? 12 by 18. So the answer is, what are the fractions? I need only 5 equivalent fraction. So 4 by 6, 6 by 8, 8 by 12, 10 by 15 and 12 by 18. But what? You just listen, it's all multiplication. It is not division, it is all multiplication. I am using only the multiplication method. Then I find out the equivalent fraction for 2 by 3. So 2 by 3, 5 equivalent fraction is nothing but 4 by 6, 6 by 9, 8 by 12, 10 by 15 and 12 by 18. This is the exact answer for the question. And one more thing, listen, if I take the number 2, means this 2 is going to multiply by both the numerator as well as the denominator. If I take 3, means I should not change 3. So here 3, here 2, it is completely wrong. Whatever the number you have taken, that is not a issue. 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, 7, whatever the number you have taken, but that is not an issue. But you have to multiply by both the numerator as well as the denominator, both the numerator as well as the denominator. Numerator and the denominator is going to multiply by the same number. That is that only you can get the equivalent fraction. So if you want to convert the proper fraction or improper fraction, so you have to take any number, that is any natural number you have taken, that is not an issue, but that number is going to multiply by both the numerator as well as the denominator. Then only you can get the equivalent fraction. So we can use multiplication as well as the division. It is not an issue. See, the next one is here 6 by 9. 6 by 9 is divided by what? Divided by 3. So you can get what? You can get 2 by 3. Again you can get it. See, look at the next number, 8 by 12. 8 by 12 is divided by 4. So both the numerator and the denominator is divided by 4. You can get what? Again 8 is divided by 2. You can get what? 2, and 12 is divided by 4. You can get 3. So again you can get 2 by 3. So here what? 10 by 15. So 10 by 15 is divided by 5. Okay, 5 is divided by 5. Again you can get 10 is divided by 5. You can get 2, and 15 is divided by 5. You can get 3. Again, what is the answer? 12 by 18. 12 by 18 is divided by 6. Both the numerator and the denominator is divided by 6. Again, you can get what? 12 is divided by 6. You can get 2, and 18 is divided by 6. You can get 3. So the basic form This is the major number 2 by 3. So this is the question is given. This is a proper fraction. So 2 by 3, you can get the what? Multiplication as well as the division. Both method you can use. So both method means in that particular place. See, listen, this is the exact method, that is 5 equivalent fraction. We are using only 2 here. We are using only 2. You are using only the multiplication method. So the final answer is 2 by 3. 5 equivalent fraction for what? Fraction for 2 by 3. This is the question is given. This is the question is given. So 2 by 3 is the question. Okay, you have to find, that is find 5 equivalent fraction for 2 by 3. This is the question is given in the book. So 2 by 3 is multiplied by 2 and you can get 4 by 6. 2 by 3 is multiplied by 3, you can get 6 by 9, and 2 by 3 is multiplied by 4, 8 by 12. 2 by 3 is multiplied by 5, you can get 10 by 15, and 2 by 3 multiplied by 6, you can get 12 by 18. This is the exact answer for this question, but we are using only the multiplication method. But the division, we can find out the root number. We are using division. What are the equivalent fraction you find out? That is 4 by 6, 6 by 9, 8 by 12, 10 by 15, 12 by 18. These are the 5 equivalent fraction, but you have to divide the according number. Whatever the number you have taken, by that particular number you have to use and you have to divide. You can get the root number 2 by 3. That means you can get the question 2 by 3. So this is a division method. So this is also the verification. For your verification, you are using this division method. But while you use while you go for the exact while you solve the question, or else while you are doing the while you solve the question, that means you are using most probably what? Multiplication method. That is the easiest method you can do. Even division also you can do, that is not an issue. But you have, while you are beginner means you are using only the what? Multiplication method to find the equivalent fraction. So I have told you this 2 fractions are said to be equivalent. So 2 by 3, 4 by 6, this is equivalent fraction. Again 2 by 3, 6 by 9 equivalent fraction. 2 by 3, 8 by 12. These are the 2 fraction and also equivalent fraction. 2 by 3 and 10 by 5. 2 fractions and also 2 by 3, 10 by 5 is equivalent fraction. And 2 by 2 by 3 again 12 by 8. So this is the equivalent fractions. I will repeat once again. See, 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6 and 2 by 3 is equal to 6 by 9 and 2 by 3 again, which is 8 by 12, and 2 by 3 again, what is this, 10 by 15, and 2 by 3 again 6 by 12. These are the 2 fractions. These are the 2 fractions, but both are equivalent fractions. That is what? 2 fractions are said to be equivalent if they represent the same quantity. So it represents only the same quantity. Each proper or improper fraction has infinitely many equivalent fractions. This is a proper fraction. So it gives lot of, that is infinitely, it gives lot of what? Equivalent fraction. But I find out only 5 equivalent fraction. If you want to find out means you can multiply, even though 2 by 3 into again 7, you can get what? That is 14 divided by 21. So next 8, you can get what? 2 into 8 again, what you will get? Then 3 into 8. Okay, 3 into 8, that means 16 divided by 24. So let's keep on what? Going on. Keep on. What is this? This is going on. So that is what they said, what? Infinitely many equivalent fraction. And to find an equivalent fraction, of a given fraction. So this is a 2 by 3 exactly. 2 by 3 is a root. It's a root fraction. So 2 by 3 is a given fraction in the book. So we multiply or divide both the numerator and the denominator of the given fraction. So that means nothing but, so both the numerator and the denominator multiply by the same number. That's nothing but 2, here 3, what here what 4, here 2, here 3, here 4, and here 5, and what is this? Here 6, and here what? 7, and here 8. So that is what. And also what? or multiply or divide both the numerator and the denominator. I am doing only the multiplication. If you want to do the division also, I shown of you for the checking method, I showed you already. Then you can get the root fraction, that is 2 by 3, you can get it of the given fraction. Given fraction is nothing but 2 by 3 by the same non-zero number. So by the same non-zero number, this is 2 is a non-zero number and 3, this because 2 is multiplied by both the numerator as well as the denominator. Even though you can divide, even though you can do the division method also, that is not a problem. So answer is 4 by 6. 4 by 6, this is 2 by 3 is equal to what? 4 by 6 is 4 by 6 is divided by 2 means you can get what? 2 by 3 again. So that is a division method, and also check method also I have told you. So you can get the given fraction as it is by the same non-zero number. Is nothing but 2 is a non-zero number and 3 is a non-zero number and 4 is a non-zero number, 5 is a non-zero number, 6 is a non-zero number. That is what I think. So you understand the basic concept of equivalent fraction very clearly. So just go through the videos once or twice, you can understand better.